Hey everyone, Darth Million here. I want to take you through the changes that Capital Games just pushed through. They're pretty important, so that's why I'm rushing to make a video and not really going to edit it because it's just going to take too much time and I want to get this information in your hands as quickly as possible. Mods have changed the way they fundamentally work, and what it boils down to is when you're upgrading mods of different colors, what used to be the case before the rework was that you would upgrade stats that were preloaded before new stats would be added or missing stats would be added. They've switched that so that now before any mod stats get upgraded as you level to 15, the missing stats are added before, and then and only then when all four stats are on the board do the this one or more of the stats get upgraded based on the color of the mod. And I mean, I guess that's actually a more efficient way to do it. And so Capital Games, what they're doing is they're closing a loophole that was present in mods the way that they were set up before. To be honest, they kind of just didn't do it properly, and it made the value of green mods a lot higher than they should have been, and subsequently blue and purple mods as well. And so what you'll see on your in your mod inventories, you'll see how many mods you have that were. You'll see the different mods that you farmed that were gold, blue, purple, green, and gray, which means they didn't have any secondaries preloaded at all. And what I encourage you to do is I encourage you to go through your mod inventory and see how many of those were gold mods from the get go. And if you look at my sort of all my tunes, I mean, there's a smattering of gold mods, but it's not. You would think that more of my tunes would be covered in gold mods because they should just be the best mods possible. I spent a lot of time farming mods, and in fact, I'm kind of surprised to see how many mods are gray. You know, that how many mods I have on my tunes, and I spend a lot of time making sure my tunes have decent mods at least, and usually in most cases superior mods. But I'm surprised at how many of these mods are gray, and also how few mods are gold. Anyway, it's just an interesting thing to track, but that's going to change with this rework because now having a green mod is going to be very, very unlikely that you'll be able to, when you level to 15, that you'll be able to turn that green mod to something even remotely as valuable as, say, a gold mod on its on level 6 or what have you after one or two upgrades. Um, Gold mods should have had the advantage all along. They didn't. Now they do. And so we just have to make peace with that and just sort of live with that. I'm not thrilled with this change because it is a loophole that was closed that, to be honest, I was taking advantage of, and made life a lot easier. Life's just gotten a lot more difficult with modding, and it's done in the spirit of making things easier for everyone and making things more accessible for everyone. But the problem with being competitive in a game like this is if everyone has access to the same advantages, it's not an advantage. And so what it's going to fall down to is going to take less skill and diligence than before, and sensibility about what to keep, what to farm, what to upgrade, and it's going to just take a lot more RNG and just a lot more time in order to build superior mod inventory. So I don't like RNG. I don't like spending copious amounts of time doing anything, particularly in this game. I spent enough time in this game already. So I'm not thrilled about that. But I understand where Capital Games is coming from, and I honestly can't fault them for it. It is a way of bringing balance to the game. Okay, so those are my overall thoughts on what's happened. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of okay, so it's happened. So I accept it. What do I do? Okay, here's what you do. Go to a slot, and you'll see all your mods will be arranged essentially by color. Yeah, by color, because now the color speaks directly to the intrinsic value of the mod. Okay, so it's sorted by color. Then it's sorted by the amount of pips or dots on the mod first, and then by color. And then so you see all my 5 dot mods are above my 4 dot mods because of course 5 dot mods are going to have higher value than 4 dot mods. So that should be obvious. But what you want to do is you want to go to a slot, go to the top, forget the gold mods. You can get to that later. Find any mods that are level 1 that are purple. Let's see, level 1, none here. How about this slot? Okay, here I got a few. Okay, and the reason why I have a few level 1 is because I locked all level 1 mods. Once I found out about this mod rework, I would farm mods and anything that had color, I would lock it and I wouldn't touch it unless it had speed. If it had speed, I would roll it to as many upgrades as I had to try to get speed up, because that's gone away now. Okay, CG is now prioritizing adding secondaries over upgrading secondaries. What that means is when you increase a mod from level 1 to level 3, before it used to upgrade whatever secondaries, at random were on the mod before you roll to 3. And now it's just going to, at level 3, depending on how many secondaries are available, if it's all 4, it's just going to upgrade because it'll be a gold mod. But if it's a purple mod at level 3, it's just going to add the missing secondary. And then you'll have, when you roll to 6, 9, and 12, that's when you get your upgrades. Okay? And that doesn't sound so bad. Okay, your probability of getting, let's look specifically at this one. Let's say I like flat offense here. Let me see if there's any other interesting ones that I want to. Yeah, all these are not good. Let's say flat protection, 737. That's a solid base stat. If I upgraded that once, it could be 1,500 protection. If I upgraded twice, it could be over 2,000. 3 upgrades would be insane. That'd be great protection. So this wouldn't be a bad thing to target. In crit chance, crit chance over 5% would be phenomenal. So I would be okay with that. But what I'm really looking at this mod for is, let's hit the upgrade button here. What I'm really looking for this mod is I'm looking for, and like any level 1 purple mod, I'm looking at the missing secondary, because when I go to level 3, it's not going to upgrade any of these at random. It's going to add the missing secondary. That's the big change. What is it? Percentage protection, which is not great. Okay? Not a great stat. It's okay on tanks, but on everyone else, it's actually not good at all. So that's a bit of a waste. So, before, if I'm going to keep rolling on this, I would, before I would have the stat I'm targeting is the flat protection. I really want to get that over 2,000. Problem is that before I had a 33% chance per roll to get it to get that stat to upgrade 1 out of 3. Now that I had to wait a level until the 4th secondary was added, now I only have a 25% chance per roll. I still get my 3 rolls, but I only have a 25% chance to upgrade that flat protection. Okay? And the other thing is, okay, I'm at level 3. Now if I go to level 12 to get all 3 upgraded, that's going to be 80,000. Okay? Before, it would be something like, to go to level 9, it would be 31,000 to go to level, sorry. Let's see what the true cost is. I always forget. I think it was 48. The cost to go level 9 is 37,000, right? So 37,000 to see what upgrades I get. Now, on purple mods, it's going to cost 79,000, substantially more, just to see if RNG is in my favor, just to see if I can get that flat protection. Okay. So what do? I'm gonna sit on this and think on this a little bit. I'm gonna go to this one. We'll come back to that flat protection one in a bit. But I want to go to this one, and just because these stats are all crap. Flat health is okay, but I'm not going to spend hundreds of thousands of credits on upgrading and trying to get flat health to roll high, especially with the percentage health boost that we're going to get on the set bonuses. You're not going to need the flat health is not going to mean as much as it used to, and even before this rework, it wasn't super special. It wasn't something you would target. All I'm looking for on these purple mods is I'm trying to see if speed gets added. If speed didn't get added, so why am I going to spend? I'll go just to go up. Why am I going to spend 79,000 to upgrade this mess? I'm not. I'm going to unlock this mod, and if it's unlocked, it means it's going to be sold. Here, I'm upgrading to see if speed's coming. Speed doesn't drop. It's flat defense. Okay, so now I have to make a decision. Are any of these stats worth trying to roll and spend 80,000 to see if it'll upgrade? I'm gonna have to bite down and say yes. I'm gonna try and say flat offense. If that can get over 100, could make it worth it. It's expensive though, 80K to find that out. Yeah, look what happened. So now what am I gonna do with this? Flat defense on a crit chance mod. Crit chance, you want offensive stats. You don't want defense. Even if it's in the defensive slot, I will keep it locked anyway because I just spent a ton of cash on it and I just don't want to walk away from it just yet. Let's see if this drops speed. Yes, it does. Okay, now we're in business. Okay. So now this is the only edge case where this rework has taken what before would have been a terrible mod. I would have sold this before the rework, but now because speed drops on the first secondary, I now have a chance. It's only a 25% chance per roll, and I get 3 rolls. So I have a 25% chance each roll for 3 rolls to upgrade speed. And before that, if I upgraded from 1 to 9, only these 3 crap stats the first 3 stats would have been upgraded, and they would have, what would you do with that? Nothing. So now it's kind of balancing things out a little bit. It turns a mod that would have been sold before into something that's potentially useful. Let's see what happened. Well, let's do it one roll at a time. Level 6. Hey, got a speed upgrade. I didn't expect that to happen. RNG usually doesn't work out for me that way. Okay, so I get 2 more rolls. Let's see what happens. Hey, 2 rolls in a row. My gosh. So that went from a garbage mod I would have sold to now being, hey, this is actually pretty decent. Plus 13 is pretty decent. Last one. Okay, of course, 3 rolls in a row would have been, I would have run out and bought a lottery ticket because that kind of luck doesn't come around often. Flat health, again, not a phenomenal stat. Percentage offense would have been better, but I'm not mad about the flat health because this is a valuable mod now. Plus 13 speed makes it valuable. Not gonna unlock it. If I unlocked it, I would have sold it by accident. So let's see if I have similar luck here. Nope, flat protection. All these stats are garbage. Selling this, unlocking it, gonna sell it. Now here's an interesting one. This mod I had leveled once. I don't know why I leveled it once. Purple mod leveled it from 1 to 3. So I only have 2 upgrades left. But as you can see, because because I already no. What happened was I rolled this already. Sorry. So this was a purple mod that was at level 1. I already rolled this before I made this video. And I dropped the 4th secondary and it's crap, so that's why it's unlocked to be sold. And this is going to be sold as well because, yeah, the health is nice, but it's a speed mod. I need speed on there to make it interesting. The health on this, over 1,000 health, that's significant. That's more than a med pack. So, plus it has flat protection. So just for survivability's sake, and it's a tenacity mod, and it has tenacity on there. Just for survivability's sake, I'm going to lock this. I don't know if I'll use it. I doubt I will, but it's worth keeping at this point because I'm about to sell a lot of stuff. Okay, so now when you're ready to sell, those are all the mods that actually let's go through really quickly. Sorry, so let me go through and just make sure these other things need to be sold. Yeah, flat offense. This is level 12 speed. There's no speed on there. Flat protection, crit chance is nice, but again, it's an offense mod. I guess the rule that I have is if it's over 700k flat protection, we keep it for survivability. Potency's high, but it's on a speed mod. Crit chance is decent. Yeah, I just can't get excited about this. I'm gonna sell it. Level 15, so I already spent a ton of cash on this. Protection is just too low. Flat offense is not great. Potency is high, but I can get potency from the improved set bonuses. I'm not worried about potency anymore. Tenacity, a high tenacity, 6% tenacity on a tenacity mod. I mean, if I'm going to use this mod, it'll be useful for the tenacity. I'm going to try to boost tenacity, obviously. Same here. High flat protection. It's got offense on it. It's got potency. It's got flat tenacity. Excuse me, percentage tenacity. I'll keep that. So those are all my purple mods. So now I know I'm going to sell. It's all locked. And I'm going to go to Tier B. Your mods are Tier B mods. I'm just going to have a quick look through again and make sure. Oh, these are from different slots. Sorry. I'm going to focus on that slot I did, which is, I think, the receiver. No, it's the processor. That's right. So just in the processor slot I was just looking at, these are all the mods that are unlocked. All the locked mods I'm going to keep, including that plus 13 speed secondary. And I'm just going to have a quick look here and see. Yeah, these are we just went through this. I'm just paranoid about selling stuff that's valuable. Oh, if I want to select all, they have this stupid uh, artifact of you have to filter by rarity to select all. So even though they're all the same rarity, I have to select it by rarity anyway. Select all. Bye bye. Okay, so that's again when you're dealing with the mods in the rework, you're trying to find your purple mods first that are under level 9, and those are what you want to upgrade first, because you want to see first and foremost you want to see what that 4 secondary stat is before you can get your upgrades in, and that'll just be the cheapest way to go. The most expensive way to go will be same slot, the processor, and go to, you see, I kept every single, once I figured out this rework, once I was told this rework was dropping, I farmed as much, I panic farmed as many mods as I could because I knew this change was coming. And I basically wouldn't sell anything that was colored, that was at level 1, unless it had speed. If it had speed, I would upgrade, get the speed benefit right there and then under the old framework. Now you have to wait till all the 4 secondaries are on the mod before you can start upgrading. So I knew that even if the stats like this, percentage protection, garbage, percentage potency, garbage on a speed mod, percentage offense, garbage, percentage protection, garbage, percentage offense, garbage, percentage health, garbage, crit chance, yeah, it's okay, but 3%, 4% crit chance, I mean, yeah, it isn't a crit chance mod, but I really want to hold out for speed here. All right, so let's take this crit chance as a perfect example. Level 1 mod, go to level 3. What happens? Drops flat offense. That's good. So these are 2 stats here that if on my 1 roll, once I get to level 9, I get 1 roll to upgrade one of them. If it's one of these two, I'll be happy. I'm in a better position now. In fact, if I get crit chance rolling at level 12, I will be no worse off than if I upgraded it to level 3 under the rework. I've got the same bonus if crit chance upgrades, in this case the RNG. But the only difference is it would cost me more to find out what the other secondaries were. Right? I'll know what the other secondaries were before I get that upgrade. So I guess at least I had the option of saying no, even though I spent a lot more credits than I would have the first go around. At least I know whether I want to keep it or not. Flat percentage protection, terrible. So now I have 3 stats. I need 1 more to go to 9. Defense, gosh, flat defense. Okay, so 2 of these secondaries I want. Now it's decision time. I've spent, what is it, 48K? I always forget how much I spent. I spent, to go to 9, 37K. Not a ton, but now to go to 12, I'm going to spend 48K. That's what it is. I'm going to spend 48K. So looking at this now, am I excited enough or interested enough to level this mod and spend 48K to try to get one of these first 2 secondaries upgraded, and these last 2 secondaries I don't care about, right? So again, more RNG. Don't know if it's a good decision. I'm kind of rolling the dice here, and it's not an insignificant amount of expenses, because doing this for every single mod, 48K here, 48K there, it adds up quickly. You're going to blow through millions and millions of credits. So mod farming has got a lot more expensive. I know it doesn't feel like it, but you'll see what I mean. And so just for the purposes of demonstrating example, I'm going to do it. I'm going to level to 12 and prepare for terrible RNG. Here we go. Hey, all right. Well, it's terrible RNG because 67 flat secondary isn't that exciting, really. So yeah, it got upgraded, and that's probably, out of the 4, it's probably the one that I wanted the most. But 67 flat offense, I'm not going to be in a rush to even slice this, and I'm not going to be in a rush to equip this on any 2 now. So I'll leave it locked because I already spent a lot of cash on it. But yeah, I'm not too excited about that. We're going level 9 to reveal all the other 3 secondaries. Flat offense, health, protection. Protection is under 700. My rule is if it's under 700, don't care, get rid of it. So I'm going to unlock this. Yeah, sorry, Bronx. But unlock this. and unlock that and move on. Crit chance. Oh, again, unlocking means I'm selling. I'm selling this mod because none of these stats are exciting enough. Crit chance on a crit damage mod. Let's see. Level 9. Hey, speed dropped. Okay, perfect. God damn it. Okay, speed dropped. Awesome. Okay, so this is a perfect example of a mod I definitely would have sold because just a green mod, just upgrading crit chance, and then who knows what's hiding behind it. Even if I knew that 3 speed was hiding back there, before before the rework, even if I knew that speed was hiding there, it wouldn't do me any good. It would always be 3 speed forever. Now with this update, with this rework, the fact that it's available in the list of 4 secondaries means that I get one roll and one roll only, which means I get a 25% chance to upgrade it and hopefully turn to something like 8 or 9 speed. Let's see if I'm lucky. No, of course not. It goes to potency. And who needs potency on a crit damage mod? I mean, come on. Okay, well, there you have it. So I'm going to keep this mod anyway because it's a candidate for slicing. And what I presume slicing will be, from everything I've read, everything other people in the community have told me, it sounds like slicing is going to give you another 4 rolls if once you do the salvage and so on, you pay whatever it costs to slice them off. You get another 4 rolls at these secondaries here. So the truth is, you don't want to slice every single mod, obviously. You only want to slice mods that have the secondaries you want. And since speed is on here, we always want to upgrade speed as much as possible. But since speed is on here, even though it's +3, that's not a lot, we'll keep it and hope that potency doesn't get upgraded another 4 times when we slice it. That's probably what's going to happen because it's the way RNG works for me. But we have to wait and see what happens to slicing and how it goes. So that's it, guys. It's a lot more detailed to this in terms of the strategy and so on. I'm going to try to break this down into simpler, smaller videos that are more contained and more digestible. Modding it's straightforward, I think, but it's complex. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things to remember, and it requires really good understanding of the tunes that you're equipping them on and knowing what those tune abilities are. So it's easy to do, it's difficult to master, but at least here, the thing that everyone can do is be sensible about what they're spending their credits on, because credits are really hard won. If it's one thing that's always at a deficiency, it's credits, at least for me. And so you can really bankrupt yourself, especially if you farm mods a lot. You can really bankrupt yourself by upgrading the wrong ones, as I've experienced, very early on in the game when I didn't know what I was doing with mods at all. So my advice to you is to, again, start with purple and find I'll go a different slot, and find any purple mods at level 1. You want to upgrade those to 3, and then make a decision. Once that 4th secondary drops, make a decision. Are any of these secondaries worth spending the extra cash? When I say extra cash, it's 6,900 to go to level 1, and it's 86. You're basically spending about 80K just to find out which upgrades hit. Alright, so then it basically means that before you know what this is worth, you're spent 86K if you know if it's a mod you want to keep or you want to sell. Right? So you just have to be very judicious and very selective about whether you're going to upgrade a mod or not. And that's really all it comes down to it. My advice, if it has flat protection under 700, if it has flat offense under 70, under 60, I should say, and if it has no speed, sell it. That's all there is to it. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. Please, I'm trying to get this channel off the ground, and I know the video production quality is not very high. I've been trying to put some time aside to make higher quality videos. It's going to take me a little bit of time to do that, but I'm focusing really on the content here and trying to give you guys some good advice, so you don't end up going on the wrong path and wasting a lot of credits and wasting a lot of time and getting frustrated if you didn't know what you're doing. And so I'm going to do a few more videos on this. So please, if you enjoyed this video, like the video. If you have questions about anything I covered here, please, even if you're in my guilds or in my community, the Alderon Travel Agency, please leave a comment in the video. and I'll answer it there so everyone benefits who watches the video. And please subscribe, because I'm planning on doing a ton more videos on every element of modding. I'm actually writing out the scripts for that now. So if you want to see an avalanche of tutorials on how to mod, I try to do things step by step to make it easy for even my mom to understand. And that's kind of like a good litmus test, I think. Like, hey mom, what do you think of this? She's getting better. So yeah, so I really want you to to learn the power of mods. I spend a lot of time on them in my guild and in my community on Discord. So feel free to come visit us with the Alderaan Travel Agency on Discord. I'll leave the link in the description. So please help help contribute your questions and comments and any suggestions or ideas you have. And I promise the future videos will be better. Okay. All right. Well, mod the force be with you. This is Darth Million signing off.